how have you found the Congress so far?
Wonderful, absolutely wonderful. I've met some really interesting people and really interesting discussions as well, so it's been quite inspiring.
Fantastic. And what does Healthy Parks, Healthy People mean to you?
Getting people out in contact with nature, getting people to appreciate the benefits of actually having contact with nature.
And what's your favourite session of the Congress so far and why?
I think the plenary, I think it was the Monday morning with Richard Louv and I don't think who else it was now, but walked away feeling quite inspired. And Tim Flannery was the other one. Yeah, and he was great. He gave me some interesting information about Australia that I didn't know, so it was good. It was very enjoyable.
Thank you.
Thank you.
So just what's your name and where are you from?
I'm Nur Hayati from Malaysia. Yes.
And how have you found the Congress so far?
I find it's very great. I feel lucky to be here because I actually spend a lot as a student because paying here is a bit high in Aussie dollars, but I feel relieved that I'm here. So I learn a lot of knowledge here.
That's great. And what does Healthy Parks, Healthy People mean to you?
Well, Healthy Parks, Healthy People means that we need to be aware of our parks, and community need to be involved in the parks as an activity to be together. And I think that contributes to the whole Healthy Parks, Healthy People concept.
And what's your favourite session of the Congress so far?
I like it all. I like everything. I went to all those keynote speakers, and I think they are great speakers. Yeah, I like Richard Louv. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. That one was great.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you so much.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
So, if you just want to look at me what's your name and where are you from?
My name is Phil Riss, and I'm from the Girrigan Aboriginal Corporation in North Queensland.
Fantastic. And how have you found the Congress so far?
Yeah, it's interesting, hearing so many different speakers and so many different stories about parks and how people are involved in looking after parks and all that sort of stuff. No, I found it very interesting hearing other people's stories and journeys, and I'm very pleased to hear, as an Indigenous Australian, I'm very pleased to hear that the theme is all about parks and people, and in the Australian Indigenous context, that's exactly what it is. That you can't separate the two between Indigenous Australians or any other Indigenous people around the world, I suppose, from the land and the water and all the rest of it. So it's a good to see that they're finally catching up to that way of thinking and understanding the very intricate connection between people and land and the benefits that can flow from the land to just people in general and add to their social and well-being and their own health well-being. So it's good to see that stuff.
And what does Healthy Parks, Healthy People mean to you?
Well, as I said, it's everything. It captures that Indigenous context, it's everything to us. Our land, our waters, and trees and animals, and our kids and old people are all part of the thing. And it's such a intricate system, Aboriginal Australia system, and the foundation for the whole Aboriginal society is interwoven with everything, and the laws that relate to how we interact with the land is part of our custom. So it's been in our system for thousands and thousands of years, and so like I say, it's good to see that it's starting to take on all around the place now.
And what's your favourite session of the Congress so far?
I sat in a couple of the plenaries and hearing some of the overseas stories from America, and well, there was a lot of American content here. Would have been good to see some other countries speak as well, but some of the plenary sessions have been really good as far as identifying, through research and science, that specific connection health-wise between some of the animals and what they can give us as far as helping us with our sicknesses, cancers and all the rest of the stuff. That's really interesting stuff, and again, it's nothing new to us. We still use medicinal plants for medicinal purposes where I come from, so it's good. And I suppose arriving on Sunday and being part of that Indigenous session on Sunday was really good as well. Hearing what other Indigenous people in Australia are doing and overseas. We had some people there from Indigenous people from Canada and they spoke about what's happening in their part of the world. So it's been good overall, I think.
Fantastic.
One thing I'd like to say is that I reckon it would have been a lot better if we had one or two really strong. Well, we had one Indigenous keynote speaker, but I would have loved to see some more Indigenous keynote speakers from Australia really bringing out that connection between people and land. And the other, if there is a negative thing, the other thing was that it's part of our protocol, Aboriginal Australia, for people to acknowledge the country that you're on. And I didn't see any of the keynote speakers from around the country acknowledge that.
So we're pretty good with that. It's in the midst of this time.
Yeah, and in the breakout session, it was great.
Yep.
And it was good. All the breakout sessions I went to anyway, they always acknowledge the traditional owners. But in the main one, which is the plenary, where everybody's sitting down there, you got overlooked, And as Indigenous Australians, you pick that stuff up pretty quick, But other than that, it's been great. It's been really good.
No worries. That was my last question. So thank you.
No worries. Thank you.
So what's your name and where are you from?
So my name is Kurt Beal, and I'm from Portland, Oregon.
Fantastic. And how have you found the Congress so far?
How am I liking it? Yeah, I think it's great. It's a really amazing opportunity to meet people from a whole bunch of different fields and come together on a topic that we all believe in a lot, and just talk to my colleagues in ways that I wouldn't have an opportunity to otherwise. So it's really great. Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
And what does Healthy Parks, Healthy People mean to you?
Healthy Parks, Healthy People means an opportunity for us to reconnect with something that is a part of human history and just our existence as a species and as a people, and really getting back to what makes us healthy, how we could be living our lives in ways that are more sustainable and more beneficial to us and to the world we live in.
That's great. And what's your favourite session or
man.
favourite part of the conference so far?
My favorite part? Let's see. I really enjoyed just the networking. I really enjoyed meeting people from here in Australia and from other countries, and just seeing the work that they're doing and getting to know them as people, not just reading their papers, but really clicking on the passion that drives all of us. I think it's really exciting.
That's it.
That's it?
Thank you.
Cool.
So what's your name and where are you from?
I'm Karen Summerhays and I'm from the Bay of Plenty in New Zealand.
Fantastic. And how have you found the Congress so far?
Oh, it's really great. It's been hugely insightful and saying the message that I think a lot of people need to hear.
And what does Healthy Parks, Healthy People mean to you?
I'm quite interested in the mental health side of being in the environment, and also as a regional councillor I'm quite keen on how parks are managed to incorporate the whole four well-beings, cultural, environmental, economic and socially, so it's very important for me.
Fantastic. And what's your favourite part of the Congress so far?
I think the guest speakers, I would have, most probably like them to have been a little bit longer and had a bit more of an interaction time with some of the bigger speakers, the guest speakers, but definitely the keynote speakers, and also the sort of the intimate relationship inside some of the little forums and things. They've been really good getting to know people, networking.
Did you have a particular session that really grabbed you? Or?
Well, apart from my own, but no. Just the last one I was at with a Feel Blue, Touch Green. I think that was quite inspiring, and yes, I know I'm on the right path, and I'm going off to do further research.
Fantastic. That's it.
Thank you very much.
Describe your name.